Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon Frayne. We are back with another video, this time for Solana. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you want to get notified, smash the bell notification icon. And don't forget to grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's linked down below this video in the description. Grab it now while it's free. And let's get into the content. So, Solana has had a very nice start to the year here for 2025. Of course, over the past couple of weeks, making bigger moves to the upside. We bottomed out here around the middle of January at about 181. We did wick down as low as about 170 for the price of Solana, but with a lot of the inauguration hype, we saw capital and liquidity flowing through Bitcoin in the lead up to the inauguration last week. And we also saw a lot of capital flowing into Solana, most notably from the launch of the Trump official meme coin. So DEX volumes across Solana were off the charts. We saw huge amounts of liquidity and volume flowing through Sol USDC pairs for people trying to get in and out of Sol and USDC to purchase more Trump coin and capitalize on the price action that was happening with Trump over the course of the past week or so. So again, very exciting stuff happening here. We've been talking about Solana for the past year on the channel. Again, zooming out here, we had to be very, very patient here throughout the course of 2024. Lots of sideways action. You can see at the very beginning of 2024, we had this big move from Q3 of 2023 getting up to the $100 mark. Again, we were talking about it early in 2024 when we had this big breakout. We did get all the way up to this $200 mark before a big retracement and then lots of sideways consolidation all throughout 2024. And again, on the back of the election in the first week of November, we did see Bitcoin and subsequently Solana making much, much bigger moves to the upside. We saw us going here in the immediate aftermath of the election from prices, around this $156 level all the way up to about $258 in the space of just 2.5 weeks. So a 60 to 70% gain during a 2.5 week period. Not too bad. Of course, we did retrace from there, consolidated here around this kind of $175 to $200 area. And again, most recently with the inauguration hype, we've moved much higher. Now, this is looking pretty nice from a technical perspective here for Solana right now. We did wick up, look at this, breaching previous all-time highs, getting up as high as $295 here on the wick with all of that crazy volume coming through for the Trump coin. But again, zooming out here to the weekly time frame, we can see we're pretty much retesting these previous all-time highs for the past few days. Again, back to the 2021 cycle, zooming all the way out, Solana did get up to that $260 level in November of 2021. This was the crazy bull run for Solana during that period. Big cup and handle, you could argue, forming here, and expectations for many of us looking for Solana to move towards $300, $400, $500 as we move through the remainder of this bull cycle. Again, guys, this is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research. But if we zoom back into the daily time frame, this most recent move is looking pretty nice because we're holding. This is key. We're holding around this level of just under $260. We're accumulating here over the course of the past number of days, having gotten up to retest these previous highs from all the way back in the middle of November. And I'm thinking this accumulation and consolidation in this zone is preparing us for another leg up in the coming weeks and months. So again, I don't know exactly when we're going to have that breakout, but very much looking like a bullish pennant. I think if we can hold this area, support holding here around the $240 mark, if we can hold above this, accumulate a little bit further in this zone and consolidate, I think we should begin to move as global liquidity increases. As we have more quantitative easing during the course of 2025, we will be looking for Solana to continue making moves to the upside. So what's going on from an on-chain perspective? Again, I like to keep an eye on what's actually happening with daily active addresses, daily transactions, TVLs, DEX volumes, And Solana is a clear winner when it comes to a lot of this stuff happening from an on-chain perspective. We're comparing Solana here in the lime green to other blockchain infrastructure like Near Protocol, the Base Network, SUI, and even Ethereum mainnet. So we can see the growth of Solana over the past 1 year time frame, going from daily active addresses only around 3, 4, 500,000 daily active addresses at the very beginning of 2024, and moving through here to the beginning of 2025, you can see staggering growth. Again, a lot of this being attributed to meme coins happening during the course of 2024, and even in late 2024, moving into 2025, this agent or AI agent narrative where we're seeing a lot of protocols and agents like Cerebro, like AI16Z, Griffane, Fartcoin, all this stuff happening on-chain on Solana with AI agents is driving daily active addresses higher. And we've been consistently seeing daily active addresses here, 5, 6, 7 million daily active addresses on the Solana network for a very consistent period of time for the past number of months. Daily transactions growing a huge amount over the course of the second half of 2024. And as we move into 2025, we're putting in new records for daily transactions happening on the Solana blockchain. Certain days in excess of 76 million daily transactions here just in the past week as well. TVLs increasing steadily. Again, we do have Ethereum as the behemoth when it comes to DeFi TVL. Again, jumping over to DeFi Llama very quickly and coming into the chains area, we can see Ethereum still makes up the vast majority of TVL in DeFi, but Solana is growing. Solana was only at 2% of DeFi TVL at this time last year. We're now up above 9%, closing in on the 10% mark and eating into Ethereum's market share of DeFi TVL, which was above 63, 64% this time 1 year ago. So Ethereum's DeFi market share is shrinking slowly and Solana is eating into it. So very exciting stuff happening from a decentralized finance TVL perspective on Solana as well. DEX volumes, look at this huge spike. Again, most of this driven by the mania and hype with the launch of the Trump meme coin about a week ago. And again, if we zoom in here to the past 1 month time frame, we will see that spike. Look at that exponential spike here, January 16th through January 18th, a massive spike in DEX volumes for Solana. We were seeing crazy volumes across DEXs like Radium, Orca, Meteora, lots of people providing liquidity for these different types of pairs for Trump USDC, Trump Sol across those different DEXs, and lots of people trading in and out of Solana to stablecoins in order to get capital to swap in and out of Trump as well. Volumes going crazy on the Solana network over the past week or so. You're seeing a small spike across these other blockchains, but nothing compared to what was happening on Solana with the Trump meme coin mania over the past week. And in my opinion, this bodes pretty well for Solana as a blockchain in general. It kind of stood the stress test that this token put on the network. I know it wasn't perfect. There was periods last weekend when it was very difficult to push transactions through. You were having to pay up a huge amount in slippage when you were actually executing swaps and trades across DEXs like Orca, Radium, and Meteora. But the network held up pretty well. We didn't have any downtime. We didn't have any major issues. And Solana is becoming clearer and clearer as one of the key pillars and leaders in the blockchain industry and in decentralized finance. So again, look at that spike in fees for the amount of revenue and fees that was driven here on the Solana blockchain over the past week with the Trump token as well. Huge amounts of fees, revenue for these protocols, and lots of revenue and fees for liquidity providers across those DEXs as well. So as we mentioned, lots of exciting stuff happening in terms of Solana's growth. If we click in here from a DeFi specific perspective, look at this growth. Again, going parabolic in the past couple of weeks, thanks to so much liquidity and volume flowing through Solana with the Trump meme coin. But even just since the beginning of 2024, you can see we've had phenomenal growth. And interestingly, we got up to about 9.9 billion in terms of TVL on Solana at the peak of the 2021 cycle. We were struggling to get above that level here for the past few weeks. Of course, we were always threatening, and again, I believe we're going to continue to go much higher, but a lot of the mania on chain from the past week or so has driven us to new all-time highs for Solana in terms of TVL in the decentralized finance sphere. So very exciting stuff happening. We can still see Jito liquid staking protocol as the largest protocol by TVL on Solana, followed swiftly by the two leading decentralized exchanges, Jupiter and Radium. Camino for lending and borrowing leading the charge there with over $2.6 billion worth of TVL as well. So I think we're going to see continued growth with Solana over the course of 2025. Again, not financial advice, guys. Check it out for yourself. I look at the data. I look at where the money is flowing. I look at what's happening from an on-chain perspective. I'm looking at what's happening with the technicals on the chart, and things are lining up very, very nicely for Solana here in 2025. If you want an updated price prediction, guys, for Solana, drop me a comment below. We're not going to get into the price predictions in this video, although we have made them in previous videos. Check them out on the channel. I do have a lot of updates I've been thinking about for where Solana could get to in terms of price appreciation. Drop a comment below this video if you want an update on where I believe Solana could get to by the peak of the bull cycle. And yes, I do think it's going much, much higher than $258 where we're sitting at here today. So finally, guys, today's video is sponsored by Femex, the most efficient crypto trading and investment platform. And yes, of course, Solana is available over on Femex for trading purposes. You can purchase Solana spot. You can also be trading Solana with margin over here on Femex. Check it out for yourself. I'm going to leave a referral link down in the description below this video. You can use it if you want. I really don't mind. Things are lining up very nicely for Solana from a technical perspective, from an on-chain perspective, and lots of exciting growth happening in DeFi at the beginning of 2025. I think we're in for a very interesting year when it comes to Solana and its price action. As always, guys, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below. It would mean the world. Spread the good word, hit subscribe, share the channel with a friend, hit that bell notification icon, and before you leave, grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's linked below this video down in the description. Grab it now, and we'll catch you in the next one.